Hi, I'm AnalysisWX.com's weather analyst Andrew Fleck, just here for a Friday's evening discussion. And I firstly have to apologize. I was unable to do any updates all last night into early this morning due to an internet failure. I was unable to contact my team or get any videos up, like I said, because my internet failed. So I do apologize for that. But better or not that my internet did not fail this time, because looking at radar, things are looking a lot more impressive than they were last night. So going into radar here, I'm going to talk about this area in here in the next image here, because I have a little more zoomed in map. But some areas down here, we do have a high that's leaning toward a clockwise motion, so you're having some moisture forming along the Mexican and Texas coastline here. So mainly a high pressure, so it's going to be drier with some lighter to moderate rain. Not a big deal at all. Around here, you kind of just have a front or a train of lows extending in from the Pacific. Some snow is possible, mainly upper elevational snows, maybe 3, 4, 5 inches possible in some of the areas that have that precip just kind of stick in there for a pretty prolonged time. Elsewhere, just some rain in the valleys. Now, as we get into more of the bigger storm here, this is the one that's going to be affecting the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Yesterday, we saw that this storm was not exactly as white but more wet yesterday, so you were seeing more rain than really anything, and waking up this morning you're pretty much saying, boy, this looked like a major bust. Well, now it's looking more of what I thought it would be. Some more snow, some more blue on radar, some more pink on radar, and that's is just the start of it. There's going to be a lot more changing over to blue and pink as we get over the overnight hours, and I do expect it to do that. So we do have a first energy wave in here. So there's going to be a possibility of 1 to 3 inches in this area up here. So that's going to pretty much affect all night across Pennsylvania and the lakes region around there with, like I said, 1 to 3 inches of rain. Up here we have a stronger system, a stronger low pressure. It actually equaled out to a 980 millibar low, which is very, very low. And if you were to take that in hurricane or tropical statistics, you could call that an hurricane or a tropical storm. So that's how impressive that is. And as you can see, what it's affecting, just a lot of heavy rain inland on the main coastal areas. That looks to me like 2-inch per hour rainfall amounts. Some areas in there probably getting 2 to 4 inches of rain along that coast there. Elsewhere, as you go inland, you're seeing some pink and blue. And these areas that are already changed over already, this is the higher elevational areas. And this is going to happen first. And as we get through the nighttime hours, overnight into tomorrow morning, there's going to be some more pinks and blues and more snow, because everything's going to kind of freeze up and get colder. So expect that as we get more into the nighttime hours and into the early tomorrow morning hours. So this imagery here is just the vorticity. This is to show you the two areas or energy that we're talking about. And what we have here first is pretty much two areas. One area across the Pennsylvania area here, just throwing some snow like I talked about. Another area here is across Maine, or just extending up to Maine. This is now where you're starting to have some snow across PA and parts of Maryland, and New York. Then you have another area up here that's mainly extending some rain, but it is going to change into snow as we move over to the on and overnight hours. Now, what I will say though is that this storm is going to really, like I said, going to continue to strengthen as it will, and as I show you in this next imagery, that's what it does, because this last energy here starts to now extend off the coast and start to wrap up into this storm, and that's where you're probably going to get that last wrap across the main coast. And the big question is, how cold is that going to be tomorrow morning? Cold enough you could have a band of snow move through that region. We're going to have to look into more of that and to see if that does indeed happen. But going back to the last imagery, like I said earlier, you have two areas, one here and one here, and these are sharing an area of lower millibar. So you're having two pretty much energy areas. One up here, that's a major one, and affecting Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, upstate New York with snow later on, and you have this one that's pretty much creating almost like a lake effect snow band type of event down around PA. So basically, looking at all of this, what are we expecting overnight? Well, I did a map for you guys, and This is what I do anticipate overnight, some 1 to 3 inches of snow across this area. A 3 to 6 as we start to see a changeover across the higher elevations as this low pressure starts to spin up more. And a 1 to 3 inch across some of the outer areas that might be a little lower in elevation. So that's about a wrap for tonight's video discussion. I can't promise you that I'll do a video discussion later on, but I'd like to do one. So you can come back and see if I do one or not, but if things start to change over, you can expect one. So I'll talk to you guys later tonight. Hopefully, if not, have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll talk to you Saturday. So have a good one, guys. And also, feel free to really check out the forums. Feel free to chat a little bit about the weather, and really check out the site. We've got plenty of views, and it just makes it awesome that you guys are able to just continue to be with us and really view this site and really keep our spirits as high as they already are. So thank you, and again, have a good night.